I miss horror themes in movies. I miss, Nightmare on Elm Street. Do, do, do,
Yeah.
do, do. Anybody can remember that. Psycho, obviously. The Shining, not really its own theme, just Dies Irae, but a theme nonetheless. Even Saw, dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Like, can't really recall a theme in a horror movie of late. Does Terrifier have a theme? Really? Is that a memorable theme?
It's got like I always say it's like a generic synth score. That's basically what it has.
It
Yeah, I
might
don't
have
think
a
it has.
theme. I don't feel I'm not educated enough on Terrifier.
So
to
am
really
I. I'm not.
speak to
I've
it.
watched each one once.
Yeah,
That's it, so.
and I mean, I applaud what it's done.
Yeah,
its
no, for sure.
originality, and I love that
Yeah.
character is. I love seeing that, but I
He's
really
everywhere.
wish he is. But it's like rightfully so. I'm like, it's a cool looking character,
Yeah.
and while those movies might not be my cup of tea
Same.
necessarily, I felt the same way about Freddy years ago. I was like too freaked out by Freddy and the gore, but I miss that. I miss orchestral Halloween scores. I miss themes, and it doesn't have to be big sweeping epic stuff, but just something to take away from it that it just elevates a movie a lot, and it also elevates a brand a lot. Like John Carpenter, Lord, that
Jaws.
guy had
Yeah.
Jaws, and Halloween, and
Of course, yeah.
all of those movies. Like I kind of miss that, and I wonder if we are sort of veering back into that, because I think we are veering back into a more traditional movie experience, not in a reverting way, but in
Yeah.
more of a what people want kind of way, and that they want more of a self-contained brand and everything too. So that's what I miss, and I've noticed it. Like Tales from the Crypt, that theme, holy shit! Like bring that back.
I can't think of a franchise that's more contemporary that has an iconic theme.
Yeah.
You're right.
They don't exist.
I don't even think
TV shows do.
Yes, because they have an intro. Every
Exactly,
episode
they
has
have
an
that
intro.
opportunity.
But I
Yeah.
can't think of a horror franchise like a new. I mean, even like something like Final Destination isn't known for a specific piece of music.
I couldn't really.
Yeah, no, man. You think of like The Exorcist as an iconic theme, where you hear that
Yeah.
music, you think of the films.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I think
dude.
we're being robbed of something a little bit. With
I
that.
agree. I didn't even
it's
think
because of the direction that modern film has kind of gone,
I'm trying to think.
where it's more subtle and less theatrical. I'm like, screw that. Make it theatrical. Do something that nothing else can do.
Man, none of these franchises. Insidious, I maybe tried a little, but it's just like that high pitch kind of jump scary theme. It's not really a theme. It's more noises.
And I don't know if it's necessarily. I don't know if
ambient
it's.
noise.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's the quality of musicians who are doing. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just what the taste has become, and I'm sure all these guys are capable of doing it. But I do think there is a little bit of a stepping back from that. But I think that might change. I think that might change.
I mean, you think of someone like John Carpenter, like that dude has so many iconic horror scores. Even like like Assault on Precinct 13.
Oh my God, Escape from New York.
Yeah.
Forget it.
It's-
Forget it.
I just don't think there's guys doing that, guys and girls doing that these days. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about
There's
that,
a few
dude.
like Holly Amber Church did
Yeah.
a great theme for the Cabinet of Mysteries, I think, or Curiosities, the Guillermo del
Netflix
Toro
show.
thing.
Oh no,
that's like
the Netflix show, right? Yeah.
it was Netflix. That's like a theme that I can
Show
recall.
though. Yeah.
Exactly, it's a show. Yeah, I wish they would bring that back to movies and make movies more of a theatrical experience.
You even think of like Scream, the newer
Yeah.
films got away from that. You don't even hear like when I think of the Scream score from the first maybe 2 or 3 movies. They use small pieces, but not like Dewey's theme. I think they reused in part 5 for like the one scene where he decides to go help the kids, where he like turns them down, then comes back. He's got that little piece of music, but like, you're right. That even those movies don't. I Know What You Did Last Summer. They just released that new one. Doesn't have a theme that fits. It's weird. It's weird.
It is weird. I think it's probably hard to do because sometimes in a horror movie context that might be distracting.
I mean, but look at Halloween, dude. Michael
very true.
Myers without that
Very
music
true.
is not Michael Myers. So
And it's like a motif. With Jaws is like it's a motif. It's something you can kind of get to and get away from quickly
even
without
Friday the
having to
13th
fully.
has it.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, the earlier Paramount films have it more than the later ones, but
Yeah.
you know, you think of like obviously that the infamous noise that everyone. I'm not going to do it here,
Yeah.
but you know, the Jason noise, and then you've got like those pieces of music from is it Harry Manfredini early on, which he kind of used the same.
It has a stamp.
Yeah,
it
where
has a
you can
sound,
tell it was him. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, and even like a movie like, and I will move on from this question, but even a film like that I love, what's it called? Harry Manfredini scored it as well. Slipping my mind, Jester Mask. Killer's wearing a Jester mask. Forgot. Slasher.
I just saw it. Slaughter High.
Slaughter High. There you go. Harry Manfredini has a score.
Yep.
He scored that film, and there's a scene in that movie where someone pops out wearing a hockey mask, and you hear his piece of music from Friday the 13th as an homage, as like a little joke. So
great.
yeah. So yeah, man, there's no iconic sort of themes that go with a character or a franchise anymore.
Yeah, it's a little bit of it's a shame because
Yeah.
that's such a big part of brand. To get gross and business about it, it's a brand identity.
Yeah.
You can do so much with. There's so much real estate in the music you can do. Yeah,
Don't do it anymore.
But that's a larger discussion about
Yeah.
what's
All
happened
right.
to film music.